You ever have that friend that you knew from high school or wherever it may be that you remember being a really cool guy? You guys used to crack up all the time. Loved hanging out. It was, just a real treat to see him. He was always the guy that made friends with everybody and was always a really chill dude. And then maybe like, I don't know, 10 years later, you're at the grocery store, walking down the cereal aisle trying to pick out which brand of cereal you want. Should I buy Special K or Life? I mean, I am an adult, but man, those Captain Crunch, they sure do look good. And then you see him coming down the aisle. Hey, that's that guy I used to hang out with way back when. So he walks up and he goes, "Hey man, how you been?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm good." You tell him about whatever you may have happened, your job, your family, whatever happened between then and now. And he starts telling you about his life, and it's a little depressing. He's still living in the glory days, but he's 10 years later. He's kind of washed up looking, and sounds like he still living with his parents, and looks pretty rough. That's Mario Bros. For the Atari 2600. I thought you were cooler than this. Mario Bros. For the Atari 2600 is strange because it's one of those ports of a classic Nintendo game. When it comes to the arcade version of Mario Bros., I absolutely adore this game. It's one of those arcade games I could play just endlessly. In fact, back whenever I had a GBA as a kid, I had the little Indigo. Original GBA with no backlight. How did we play anything on those screens? They were terrible. I played a lot of the port of Mario World. That's actually the way I first beat Mario World. I had a copy on Super Nintendo as a kid as well, but for some reason I didn't beat it fully. I would always get up to like the forest area and get stuck. I didn't beat it until I got a GBA. But one of the special inclusions, and I believe this goes for all of the Mario ports for GBA, was the original Mario Bros. Arcade game. A game that I played on there a ton. So I sort of have like a weird nostalgia for that arcade game. And, I love collecting Atari. I love playing Atari. Atari is a big part of my DNA. So to play the Mario Bros. Port on Atari is strange. I guess it still functions like Mario Bros, but it's like somebody stepped on the original Mario Bros. Arcade game. The sound effects pierce your ears. I was actually playing this on my phone through an emulator because capturing footage for these kinds of old games is easier that way. I do have a cartridge of this game, but I wanted to play it that way. So while playing, I had some Bluetooth earbuds in, and my god, the fucking sound effects were murder on my ears. Visuals look weird. Mario looks weird. The enemies look really weird. The coins are just like squares that blink at you. Oh my gosh. And like, I get it. The Atari came out in 1977. I'm not sure when the original Mario Bros. Arcade game came out, but it's not going to be able to handle the original arcade version. The thing couldn't even put out NES style graphics. The thing was pretty primitive. So it's even amazing that they got it to run. So ragging on the graphics may be a little tasteless here. The gameplay, I guess the gameplay is still intact. Jumping feels weird with the with the Atari setup. Jumping feels very stiff. But honestly, like, if I was a kid in the early 80s, late 70s, whenever this version came out, and this was my version of Mario Bros., I think it's still serviceable. It's just really, really damn ugly. And it's just weird. It's always weird seeing, the ports for non Nintendo consoles back in this day. I mean, my God, I've reviewed Donkey Kong before, DK Jr. looks worse. If you're looking for weird, look for like the Intellivision or one of those the Coleco versions of these games too. Look very bizarre. It's almost like a weird reality where Mario games just were just look like garbage. It's and I'm sure for somebody out there that maybe was into gaming during this era but never moved past the Atari, maybe stayed with the Atari and then stopped gaming, never played the NES, never played Super Nintendo. I'm sure this was what they thought Mario was. This is what it looked like to them. I'm sure there's somebody out there who still thinks that, even though that'd be virtually impossible with how big Nintendo is now. Everybody knows Mario. But still, I like to think that there's still somebody out there that this is what Mario is to them. It's very likely. Mario Bros. Atari 2600. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I wouldn't like go out of your way to get a copy of it or anything. I mean, there's better ways to play this game. Play it on the NES. Play it the arcade version. I think that's actually available on the Switch. So that's a great way to play it. This is more for like if you just like weird shit and you want to play a weird looking version of the Mario Bros. Arcade game. A game that I didn't even talk about the mechanics. Okay, you bop enemies from below and then you kick them. And you clear all the stages. There you go. That's the gameplay. Mario Bros. Atari 2600. My weird friend from school that used to be cool. That dude, it's not cool to live in your van. I'm sorry. Like, I think Best Buy is hiring.